Oh, this is not gonna end well. Oh god. Hello. And welcome to my very ambitious March TBR that I can barely lift up. Let's get right into it. I want to start this off by saying that the likelihood of me reading all of these books is probably about this much. I am hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. So let's just jump right in. Listen, we're gonna start March strong with Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I've heard 5 million bajillion good things about this book and I've yet to read it, and it's just been sitting beautifully on my little cart over here. So hopefully March is the month. I feel like March is very blue, so like I have to read this book in March, you know? It just makes sense. Now, if Things We Never Got Over is on my TBR this month, I'm sure that you can guess what the second book is. I'll give you a second. Correct. Things We Hide from the Light. So these are the first 2 books in the Knock 'Em Out series. The third book just got announced, and that one's gonna be purple, which I'm excited about. But yeah, so I figured gonna knock this one out and then we're gonna read this new release. I've been hearing good things about it so far. I think it just came out last week, so gonna read these 2 this month. All right, right into the next book. This is book 1 of a 6-book series. This is called Broken Bonds by Jay Bree. I've been seeing this all over my TikTok and Instagram and everywhere, and I've heard such good things, and the covers, are you joking? Like, can this be me? I mean, I don't know if I want this to be me yet because I haven't read it, but she's pretty. She's really pretty, okay? So I love the covers. Are these books on Kindle Unlimited, and could I have read them for free? Yes. But did I buy all of the paperbacks, not even knowing if I'm actually gonna like them? Yes. So hopefully gonna get to this month. I'm very excited. The next book should also not be a surprise to anybody. It is also a new release and I'm so excited. It is book 3, the final book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. This is Cal's book and I'm so excited. I've been hearing a lot of people say that this is the best book in the series, and I'm ready to dive in and see what he has to offer me, you know? Like, final offer. Like, what are you offering? No. But seriously, I'm really excited to read this book. I love Lauren Asher and all of her books, so I am ready to just, you know, dive in. I feel like I have so many, I don't want to say classics on my TBR this month, but just so many books that are well known that I just have not gotten to yet. So this one is Addicted for Now. It is the 3rd book in the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. I read the first 2 books a while ago and I don't remember not liking them, but I also don't remember loving them. So I've been putting this off for a while and I'm ready to dive in. It's pretty long. Let's see. Oh my god, it's very long. It's 500. Am I seeing this right? It is 541 pages. So, will I read you this month? Probably not, but it's good to try. It's good to try. These next 2 books, I really don't have any idea what they're about at all. This one is Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller, and I love the cover. I think I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but I can't think off the top of my head. Like, I truly have no idea what this is about, but it's giving dark romance, so I hope that's what it's about, and I hope I can find out what all this Promise and Pomegranate is about this month. Alright, this is Be Still My Heart by Emily McIntyre and Sav R. Miller. As you may have just noticed, this book is also by Sav R. Miller, so I'm very excited to read these. Emily McIntyre is one of my favorite authors ever to exist of all time. I don't know why I just smacked myself, but I love her. I love all of her books. Hooked by her is my favorite. If you have not read that, you're missing out. Of course, search up trigger warnings, but it's so good. So I hope to be reading these in the month of March. Continuing on the dark romance, dark fantasy train that we're on for the past couple books, this is The Dark King by Gina Maxwell. I heard, don't quote me if I'm wrong because I haven't read it, but I heard that if you like the ACOTAR series and like the vibes of ACOTAR, that you should read this. So I loved ACOTAR, so I want to read this. You know, like that's as simple as it is. All right, we're jumping back into YA. This is the second book in the Inheritance Games trilogy. It's called The Inheritance Games. What is the first one called? Oh my god. I picked up the first one instead of the second one. Hang on. That was embarrassing. Anyway, as I was saying, this is the second book in the Inheritance Games, and it's called The Hawthorne Legacy. I really liked this first book. It was super easy to get through, a fast read, and I was very interested the whole time. I didn't get bored, so I figured if I need a palate cleanser and an easy read, I can just kind of, you know, get through this. I feel like I keep saying next up, and I can't think of any other words to use to say that. So moving on, I guess. We have Magnolia Parks. I already own the other two books in the series. I don't have the fourth one yet, but I also don't know if I like it, but I have them. But I really want to read this. I heard it's very Gossip Girl, toxic relationship, and you kind of just like eat it up, and I'm really excited. I wanted to read these for a while, and I just love the covers so much. So hopefully this month I will be reading her. If you have noticed this little book situation I have going on back here, the next book will not come as a shock to you. It is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Listen, I read ACOTAR in January, and I read all of the books. I devoured the books. They were so good. I obsessed. Like, if you want a video on that, let me know. I could talk about ACOTAR for ever. So I absolutely loved it. So I wanted to jump into the SJM universe, like the world, right? And I didn't know whether to read Crescent City next or Throne of Glass. And I know Throne of Glass is like a finished series, I think, supposedly, and Crescent City isn't. So I figured I would jump into Throne of Glass before Crescent City. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I won't read this if I'm wrong. I don't know, you tell me. But I really love the new covers. I bought all of them, as you can see. So I'm really excited to dive into this new world. We only have 2 books left, so stay calm. Okay, the next one is The Charm Offensive. This is by Alison Cochrane. I really don't know what this is about, but I did see it in another YouTuber's video, and they said that they loved it and it was one of their favorite romances of all time. So I said, oh, I guess I have to have it, and I bought it. So now I have it and I want to read it. It's also giving March vibes. I hope you know what I mean when I say March vibes, but I just feel like this is like a March, like open your windows and it's a little chilly outside, get that cold air and read a book vibe. That's what this is giving me. I don't know. I think it's like a bachelor type situation. I don't know, but hopefully I'll find out. All right, I saved what I hope to be the best book for last because this author is probably my favorite author at the moment. This is King of Wrath by Anna Huang. This has been on my shelf since it released back in October, I believe, and I have not read it because I don't want to read it because the next one's not out yet. And the Twisted series is one of my favorite series that I've ever read. I loved every book, and I just love her writing and just everything, okay? So I could not be more excited about this series, and I think the next book comes out in April, but I've just been letting her sit all beautiful on my shelf because I didn't want to read her and then wait so long to read the next one. So if the next one comes out next month, then why not read this one this month, right? It makes sense. Doesn't it? Well, that is all 14 books on my March TBR. I hope that I can get through them. Make sure to follow along on my Instagram and here on YouTube to see which books I end up reading. I have high hopes. I'm really gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. But thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.